I think you've already seen that ArtServe's IGNITE09 event is a new event this year, designed to inspire and motivate advocates and supporters to speak with a loud and united voice for the critical importance that the arts, culture, and arts education play in Michigan's future, the vibrancy of its communities, and the lives of its people. And to answer the question of many, yes, IGNITE09 takes the place this year of our traditional annual Governor's Awards for Arts and Culture, but not, as some may suspect, as a result of the cuts our sector has faced in this year's state budget for arts and cultural programs, but rather it's an opportunity to seize that unique moment of potential to set a new and strategic course for the future of our state and to affirm the role that the arts and culture must contribute. This year, it's no surprise to anyone in this room, the arts and cultural sector has been faced with unprecedented challenges as the economy has tightened resources from every direction, forcing difficult decisions to cut back on programs, staffing, or even closing the doors for some. State arts funding is at its lowest point since 1974, putting Michigan at near bottom of the 50 states in per capita arts funding. And while our sector has faced these cycles in the past, this year brought a heightened level of crisis to many organizations already working to maximize community impacts with ever-shrinking resources. We must stand together and call for our state's investment in all of the resources that form a solid foundation for Michigan's future. It is time to step away from either-or decisions when working to allocate limited funding, and rather to seek sustainable strategies to invest in all of the resources that make Michigan competitive on the world stage: education, the environment, healthcare, transportation, housing, social services, and more, and certainly including the arts and culture at that table. This past week, I had the incredible honor and opportunity of attending the joint conference of Independent Sector and the Council of Michigan Foundations, a national gathering that was here in downtown Detroit, bringing together the charitable and philanthropic community for thought-provoking dialogue on creating new opportunities in the face of these challenging times. Two themes were replayed throughout. First, the need for the nonprofit sector to become more actively engaged in state and national advocacy efforts. And second, the call for all of us to work together across sectors and specific interests to influence major change and impact for our greater good. I hope that each one of you will be inspired this evening to consider how you can add your voice to our growing network of grassroots and grass-top voices that speak up in unity for the arts and culture in Michigan, our nation, our communities, and for the future of our children. ArtServe's work is guided by a dedicated board of directors that works in partnership with our staff to further our mission while maximizing our service and impact on our arts and cultural constituents, the leaders of arts and cultural organizations across the state, individual artists, and arts educators. I'd like to take a quick moment to ask each of our board members present with us tonight to stand and be recognized. Stand up. I'd also like to recognize ArtServe staff, a small, and truly small, there are just 5 of us, and mighty team that works tirelessly to advance our cause. If they would each stand as I call their names and be recognized. Mike Latvis, our Director of Public Policy. Mike, where are you? He must have left the room to attend to a critical advocacy issue. Cezanne Charles, our Director of Creative Industries. Simone Peraza, our Director of Constituent Relations, who is up in the tech booth tonight. April Liu, our office manager, who many of you saw when you came in tonight. She was welcoming. And a special thank you as well to Jennifer Hill, who's not quite on staff, but she's been working with us as a consultant this year and has been working to bring the Cultural Data Project to Michigan. They are an amazing team, dedicated and passionate in their work, and I am incredibly honored to have the opportunity to partner with each one of them and collectively. I'd like to take also a special moment, and he's turning around to see who else I might be pointing at, to recognize John Bracey, the Executive Director of the Michigan Council for the Arts and Cultural Affairs, for his relentless commitment to the arts and culture in the face of what at times seems like absolutely insurmountable challenge. And we understand, John, because you shared it with us, that you've just been appointed to serve on the Board of Directors of the National Assembly of State Arts Agencies, which is a huge, tremendous honor. John, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you, John. It's a delight to partner with you. And finally, I'd be remiss if I didn't point out that tonight's program could not have been possible without the very generous support of our IGNITE09 sponsors, support that provides also a foundation for ArtServe's work to lead advocacy and public policy initiatives for the arts, culture, and arts education in our state. I'd like to take, at this moment, an opportunity to thank PVS Chemicals as the host of our strolling dinner this evening, the Masco Corporation and Skidmore, our video premiere sponsors. Target, our arts performance sponsor who supported the performances this evening by the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, Civic Youth Ensembles, Jazz Combo, and the Mosaic Youth Theater of Detroit's internationally acclaimed acting company. To our platinum sponsors, the DTE Energy Foundation, National City Bank, now part of PNC, Ferris State University, and the Kendall College of Art and Design. Our gold sponsors, the Mandel L. and Madeline H. Berman Foundation, Central Michigan University, Meyer, Miller Canfield Paddock and Stone, and MS&L Digital. Our silver sponsors, Maggie and Robert Allisey, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Charles Stewart Mott Foundation, Grand Valley State University, Health Alliance Plan, MBank, and Tanner Friedman. And to our crystal sponsors, Barbara and Michael Kratchman, and I have to do a special call out to Bunny as our founding president of ArtServe Michigan, and the MSU University Outreach and Engagement and Cultural Engagement Committee. And finally, a special thank you to our host sponsors and the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, such gracious hosts for our event this evening, and Epic Catering.